Hey guys, how's it going? And thanks for coming. I'm Nick, and this is Real Life Money, where we talk about real life and money, because schools aren't. So let's get started. So are you struggling with student loans and don't know what the hell to do? Well, in this video, we're going over 5 ways how to get out of student loan debt. So the average student loan debt can be between $30,000 and $40,000. It could take around 10 years to pay it off, and the total amount of student loan debt is over $1 trillion. So that's terrifying, guys, and here's the problem. There's no nice or other way to say this. We're in some shit, guys. Like, deep. You know in Jurassic Park when there's that huge pile of dinosaur shit? We're in that. So we need some shovels to start digging the hell out of this because it's starting to reek. So here's the thing, guys. Our economy can be booming like crazy right now. Our economy right now is like okay. It's not good. It's not bad. I'll give it like a B minus. Maybe a C+, like a solid 79. So it couldn't be better, it can be worse, but it is not the best right now because there are trillions of dollars in these student loans. Instead of money going into the economy, going around, it is paying these student loans. This money is going nowhere else, nowhere outside of anywhere, but you're not alone. So we got to get out of it. So let's start it up with way number 1, which is looking at your living situation. You could be still living at your parents' house. You could be renting. And I'm like 99% damn sure you probably don't have a house yet. So whether we like it or not, actually living at your parents' house is more of the norm right now. Because of these loans, it is difficult to do normal things. Now, I'm pretty sure other generations are actually looking at us saying, get the hell out of your parents' house and actually do something when we can't because of our student loans. And the thing is, other generations didn't have this problem. They didn't have student loans. Now, yeah, there was college back then. It was less popular than it is today. So obviously, if we didn't have these loans, we would be able to do more. But we are actually like the first generation to have this problem. We can't turn to anyone and ask what to do because this is kind of new and it's a big deal. So if you're still at home, take advantage of your low expenses. Now, whether that's a good or bad thing, you're still at home. Realize that your expenses are low because you don't have that home payment or rent. Now, I do agree that if you live alone, it builds your responsibilities and it pushes your ass to make money because you have rent to pay. But, however, if you are in this situation, use it to your advantage to save. Now, if you're already on your own, congratulations, but try to pay a low amount for your rent. Now, you have to save as well if you're renting. You have to live in a crappy apartment if you have to. Just realize that you're not going to be in that crappy apartment your entire life. So overall, rent is a huge expense, guys. You need to limit what you're paying. And even if you could live with someone, if you're in a relationship, maybe with a friend or family, just to cut down on the cost. So moving on to way number 2, which is increasing your income. Your income is your way to money and your finances. So to actually increase this, there are 2 ways you could look at it. Now, the first way to increase your income is through a raise. So let's start out with bad raises, guys. A bad raise could be like 1 to 3%. That could be maybe like 10 extra bucks a week. Now, yeah, obviously, that's better than nothing, and I agree with that. But look at our situation. We need more than that. Especially if you look at inflation, things go up in price. Look at the dollar menu. That's not existent anymore. You were able to use $1 to get food. That's like, good luck trying to do that. Now an okay raise could be like 3 to 6%, maybe an extra $20 a week, ending up being $80 a month. Now yeah, that's pretty good. I wouldn't say no to it, but we still are looking for more. It's not changing our lives dramatically, so this leads to the second thing of how to increase our income, which is promotions. You see, so if you get a promotion or even get a new job somewhere else, that could increase your income like 10 to even 20%. That is significant. So this might be an extra $50 to even $100 more every single week. And this is possible. Like if you look at the minimum wage, like right now, let's say, I think it's around $10. But if you move it up to 11 or even 12, that's 10 and 20%. You see, we only shouldn't be happy with raises, because even if you get like 5 raises and they're each like 3%, it's going to take 5 times to get to 15%. If you get a promotion or a completely other job, that's 15% right there. So we need to look and expand ourselves for those promotions, guys. Get the experience so you can move forward. Now I do have another video of how to look for jobs. If you're interested, I'll leave a link in the description for you guys. But for me personally, when I went from my job when I was working at school and I graduated and ended up getting a job in the industry I actually went for, that raise was like 17%. So that was increasing our income. So let's move on to way number 3, which is decreasing your expenses. We need to watch our money, guys. If we increase our income and decrease our expenses, that leaves us a gap for maximum money that we can have. So let's say lowering our expenses by like 5%, even if that's $20 a week. Now many people like to go out partying and drinking and all that good stuff. I personally don't. You probably do. So if you go out Saturday and Sunday, how many drinks a night you have? Maybe like 2 to 4, maybe even more. If you just cut out just 1 drink each day, that's money saved. I'm not saying quit partying altogether, drink whatever you want, but even if you cut back 1, or even look at your Starbucks, that's $5 every single morning. There are other options you could do. Making your own, going to other places that are cheaper, Dunkin' Donuts, McDonald's, whatever. So let's say if we increase that income, like the last way we were talking about, by 15%, decreasing our expenses by 5, that's increasing the amount of money that we have by 20%. So now let's move on to way number 4, which is credit cards. Credit cards have an average interest rate of 15%, guys. It's ridiculous. It's destroying whatever you have. So actually, when you pay that off, you're technically saving on that 15% because you're not paying it, if that makes sense. I'm saying pay more than the minimum payment. So you need to start small and pay it off. Where are you getting this money from, you say? From using steps 1 through 3, looking at your living situation, increasing your income, decreasing expenses. All of a sudden you have a little bit of money. Use that for credit cards. And actually, a little side note before this, you could start saving up for a small emergency fund, guys. So you're not living paycheck to paycheck, because that straight up sucks. I do have another video on that, why that sucks, if you're interested, description. Now to start, you could save up 1 month's worth of expenses just in case shit hits the fan. And believe me, shit can hit the fan. There might be multiple fans and you'll get double splattered. So once you have that, you have steps 1, 2, and 3, tackling your credit card debt, starting off small, paying above the minimum and ripping that down. And last, guys, and certainly not least, way number 5, which many people probably don't think of, which is similar to the student loan crisis or bubble we're in. We're also in a crisis or bubble with car leases. So I'm just going to guess, if you have a student loan, you might even have a car lease. This drives me crazy. Guys, I see students and graduates driving Beamers, Mercedes, Lexuses, Infinities. Like, are you kidding me? You don't even have a job. So check it out, guys. The average car lease is actually $500 a month. Now, yeah, that probably includes non-millennials with non-student loans in their life. But even if we knock this down a couple hundred, if you're paying $200-$300 a month, why I do not like car leases is that you have car payments forever. Every 3 years, you get a new one, and it goes on and on and on. Now, if you buy a used car, either with cash or you finance it, when you pay it off, no more car loans. You'll have no more payments. The car will be yours. Yeah, it might be a crap car, but we're kind of in a crap situation. I might be telling you to live like a broke-ass college kid because you are a broke-ass college student. So something extra, guys, and why this shows that this could actually work. If you save $100 in each of these categories, looking at your living situation, your income, expenses, credit cards, and car, if you save $100 each, that is $500 a month. That is $6,000 a year. The average student loans, $30,000 to $40,000. That is 5 years for $30,000. Instead of waiting 10 years, you're cutting that in half to 5. If you have $40,000, how long is that going to take you? 6, 7 years? You're still shaving off years from the original 10. This amount of time could also vary. It might be less because over time your income will actually grow. So you could be free years earlier, guys. It's possible. Now, if you have more debt, you could also have more income potential. Again, over the years, it can grow, especially when you push for those promotions, those new jobs moving forward. So, quick overview. 1, looking at your living situation. 2, increasing your income. 3, decreasing your expenses. 4, destroying your credit cards. And 5, cars. So that's it, guys. That's the best I got. It might have been a lot of information, but we're in a lot of trouble, so we need a lot of information. I think it's a lot better than some suggestions. School's not helping you out. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can leave them down below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Real Life Money, where we talk about real life and money, because you know school's not. So again, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.